Hello YouTube and Patreon. My name's Carl Morgan. Welcome to this video lesson on Alone Together. So in the intro you heard me kind of playing a solo, improvisation on Alone Together. So yeah, I thought I'd talk a little bit about how I kind of approach this tune and some devices that can help you kind of quickly get to a point where you're kind of comfortably improvising over the chord progression to Alone Together. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to put a chord sheet up here so you can follow along, and yeah, we're going to talk through the chord changes and kind of explain things. So we're actually just going to focus on the A section today of the tune. So I'm going to run through the chords. It's like a D minor, sort of minus 6, kind of minor 6/9 variety of chord. D minor, E half diminished, A7, again D minor, E half diminished, A7, D minor again. Then we have A minor 7 flat 5, D7, and then G minor. Okay, and then we have a B minor 7, E7, G minor 7, C7, F major 7, and then E minor 7 flat 5, A7, then we have a D major 7. Okay, so we're just going to kind of talk about like what I like to do when kind of approaching a tune or thinking about improvising a tune is to break it down into little building blocks. So in the first section of the A section, we have like this minor 2-5-1 chord progression. So the song's in D minor. Okay, so D minor is the 1 chord of the tune, and then we have a 2-5-1 in a minor key. Okay, and so often, well, pretty much all the time, when you have a minor 2-5-1 as opposed to a major 2-5-1, which is going to a major chord, we have this chord progression with the half diminished, okay, or the minor 7 flat 5, and then the dominant going to the minor. Okay, so that in itself, just this chord progression, being comfortable with playing over that is a kind of important thing to be able to do as an improviser. So let's talk about how we can kind of, we're just going to practice that one chord progression, the minor 2-5-1. Okay, we're going to talk about how to kind of get comfortable improvising over that. So that first chord, in this song, not in all jazz standards, but there are a few ways to kind of think about this minor chord at the start. So in my opinion, this isn't necessarily, it's not so much a minor 7 chord. Okay, this is a D Aeolian scale. I think I played Dorian first, but in a minor key you would kind of be thinking of the Aeolian scale. So it's one thing you could do for the first chord, the D minor. Another thing I like to do on this is, in fact, because it's a kind of a minor 6, it's got this 6 in it, a really good scale choice is melodic minor for this. Okay, so or from the A string. Okay, melodic minor, 2 different varieties of that scale, very important to learn. So that's something you could just play over that first chord, get comfortable with your melodic minor scales. And then you can start to investigate like just playing triads over that. Okay, so there's a D minor triad, and also from the E string. Okay, 2 varieties of the minor triad. What else might I do on that? So okay, I mean, you don't have so much time, so sometimes I'll play little kind of structures within that scale. Like maybe that's kind of based out of triads from that scale. So we're kind of sort of minor. The triads built from each note of that scale. So that's kind of important to do. Okay, now I want to talk about this E half diminished chord. So in like classical music, often we have the chord progression 4-5-1. Okay, but in jazz we kind of often have the chord progression 2-5-1. So you can kind of think of those as the same thing, 4-5-1 and 2-5-1 as the same thing. So if we had a 4-5-1, we would play D minor, G minor, A7, D minor, okay? Okay, so that's actually how I like to think of a minor 2-5-1 is to think actually 4-5-1. So it's a lot easier for me to kind of think G minor than it is half diminished from E half diminished, because learning to play the Locrian scale from E is very important, but it can kind of be a neat little trick to kind of play G minor instead of E half diminished. Okay, so we're thinking G minor, A7 for the 2-5. Okay, so this is the 2. So E half diminished, and then A altered. Okay, which is kind of the B flat. Which is kind of based off B flat melodic minor scale. Okay, it's the 7th mode of the B flat melodic minor. Okay, so what can we do to play this 2-5-1, minor 2-5-1? We can combine D melodic minor, okay, and then we can think G minor. We can also think G melodic minor over that. That works kind of nice. And then when we go to the A7, we can think B flat melodic minor. So we just have to think of 3 melodic minor scales. We think of D melodic minor and G melodic minor and B flat melodic minor. Okay, so it might sound like this. So D, G, B flat. Something like that. So maybe I'll do that with the loop pedal. Okay, so I've got this loop happening. Now I'm going to try playing D melodic minor, G melodic, B flat melodic. Okay, so here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, something like that. So I was thinking D melodic minor, G melodic minor, and B flat melodic minor. So anyway, this lesson could go on for ages. We could go through the entire form, but just kind of think of it like that. For the major 2-5-1, so we got the D, and then okay, so then we have the same thing in the key of G minor. So for that one, think of the same thing. Think C minor, D7, G minor. Okay, so after that we have some we have 2 just major 2-5, well, without the 1. Okay, so we just have 2 5s, B minor 7, E7, straight to G minor 7, C7. Okay. Okay, if I just loop that, the B minor 7, E7. Okay, it doesn't make so much sense without the resolving to the, the F major. So the 2-5-1, G minor 7, C7, 2-5-1. Maybe we'll just loop that. Okay, so this is kind of going to be pretty boring chord progression because it just goes around and around. But okay, so I went off on a bit of a tangent, but I just kind of wanted this lesson to be about the minor 2-5-1. Yeah, so we'll leave it with that. I should let you know also that I'm running a Patreon page, so there's a link below which you can sign up if you like this lesson, and I have like 2 lessons every week dating back to August to dig into, August of 2020. So a lot of material on my Patreon if you want to check it out. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the lesson, and I'll see you next time.